Something just happened this week, or let's say yesterday, that could completely change how petrol is priced in Nigeria. The Dangote Refinery has officially switched to dollar-denominated pricing. Petrol, diesel, and aviation fuel are now sold in US dollars at the wholesale level. And that raises one very important question. If Dangote built the largest refinery in Africa, right here in Nigeria, then why would he stop selling fuel in Nigeria's own currency? Well, this didn't happen overnight. In fact, we have seen this before. Back in 2025, Dangote Refinery temporarily suspended the sale of petroleum products in Naira. The company said it needed to avoid what it called a mismatch between our sales proceeds and our crude oil purchase obligations, which are currently denominated in US dollars. Simply put, it was buying crude in dollars but selling fuel in Naira. Aliko Dangote later explained it himself, saying, "I cannot pay dollar and now sell in Naira because I'll be exposed."
We are selling in dollar, but also to help bring down that price. We had to sell also in Naira. But NNPC and the other people that sell to us, they are only collecting dollar. So I cannot pay dollar and now sell in Naira because I will be exposed.
The refinery eventually resumed selling in Naira after receiving more Naira-denominated crude. Most people thought the issue had been resolved, but it wasn't. It was only just delayed. So now the question is, what changed? And why is the refinery back here again, only this time on a much bigger scale? Well, let's find out together. Now, to understand what changed, we have to go back to October 2024. That was when the federal government of Nigeria introduced the Naira for crude policy. The idea was actually very simple. Instead of domestic refiners buying Nigerian crude in US dollars, they could buy it in Naira. On paper, it solved two major problems at the same time. It reduced the demand for dollars and it gave local refineries like the Dangote a way to sell fuel in Naira without constantly worrying about exchange rate movements. For a while it worked, but then came 2025. Dangote Refinery suddenly announced that it was suspending the sale of petroleum products in Naira. Not because the policy had ended, not because the refinery wanted to abandon the Naira, but because there simply wasn't enough Naira-denominated crude coming in to match the fuel it was, selling. So once NNPC finally now increased the allocation of Naira price crude, the refinery resumed selling in Naira again. And the story quietly disappeared from the headlines. All of us, moved on. But looking back now, that wasn't just another news story. It was the first warning, because what happened this week isn't a completely new problem. It's the same old problem, only at a much larger scale. So let's answer the question we asked at the beginning. Why would Dangote stop selling fuel in Naira? You see, the answer is actually very simple. Every refinery has one major expenses: buying crude oil. Now, if you are buying that crude oil in dollars, but you are selling the refined fuel in Naira, you have created a major problem. Because the moment the Naira loses its value, the money you're receiving from selling petrol is suddenly worth less than the dollar you need to buy your next shipment of crude. And if that keeps happening over and over again, the refinery keeps absorbing the losses. And according to multiple reports, Dangote Refinery needs about 13 to 15 crude cargoes every month to operate efficiently. But in May 2026, NNPC supplied just 7 cargoes. That's an improvement from the roughly 5 cargoes it had been supplying before. But it's still only about half of what the Dangote Refinery actually needs. So now, where does the remaining crude they have been using to match up come from? Well, from the international market. And that's where the problem begins. Those crude purchases are not made in Naira, they are made in US dollars, which means part of the refinery costs are now in dollars, while a large part of its revenue was still coming in Naira. That's the mismatch the refinery warned about back in March 2025. And after more than a year, it appears that that mismatch simply became too large to keep absorbing by them. So this isn't really a story about Dangote refusing to accept the Naira again. It's a story about a refinery trying to protect itself from a currency mismatch that it can no longer afford to carry. Now, so what does all of this actually mean for me and you, like me and you, the consumers? First, this doesn't mean every filling station in Nigeria suddenly increases its pump price overnight. I mean, you can go and check the fuel price in where you buy your fuel. You see that it's almost the same price as of yesterday. So that's not how it works. The prices Dangote announced are wholesale prices. In other words, they are the price marketers pay before adding transportation, adding storage, distribution cost, and their own margin. So don't expect every filling station to suddenly wake up, tomorrow and change its price. I mean, it doesn't work like that. But here's what has changed. The wholesale price, like I mentioned earlier, is now tied to the US dollars, which means the exchange rate has become even more important for me and you and for fuel prices. If the Naira weakens, marketers will need more Naira to buy the same amount of fuel. If the Naira strengthens, they will need less. In other words, the exchange rate now has a much more direct influence on the cost of fuel moving through the supply chain. But here's another implication. If marketers now have to source dollars to buy fuel, demand for dollars could as well increase. And if demand for dollars rises faster than supply, that puts more pressure on the Naira. And a weaker Naira then makes fuel even more expensive. That's the cycle economists and analysts are very much worried about. Now, to be clear, as I'm recording this video, there hasn't been any increase in pump prices. I keep on saying this because of this decision. The refinery only announced the changes like just yesterday, and I'm making this video just to address the issue. So whether Nigerians end up paying significantly more, for fuel will depend largely on what happens to the Naira in the coming days, and that's the key takeaway from this video. Your fuel prices is no longer just a refinery story anymore. It's now an exchange rate story. So let's rewind back again to the question we asked at the beginning. Why would Dangote stop selling fuel in Nigeria's own currency? Hopefully by now the answer is much clearer. This wasn't about Dangote refusing to accept Naira. It was about a refinery carrying an exchange rate risk that it could no longer absorb on its own. And that's what has changed. Before now, the foreign exchange risk sat largely with the refinery. Today, a lot more of that risk has been pushed further down the supply chain. The marketers now have to source dollars, and ultimately the prices Nigerians pay will become more sensitive to what happens to the Naira. So despite the title of this video, this isn't really a story about Dangote versus Nigeria. It's a story about what happens when a country's currency becomes too volatile for a business of this size to keep carrying alone. And that's why I believe this decision could last much longer than the one we saw in March 2025. Because unless NNPC can consistently supply enough Naira price crude to close that gap, the same problem that forced this decision today will still exist tomorrow. Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think about this? Do you think this will eventually lead to significantly higher petrol prices? Or do you think a stable Naira can keep the impact limited? Let me know in the comment section. And if you enjoyed videos like this that explain why behind Nigeria's biggest financial stories, not just headlines, then make sure to subscribe to the channel, smash the like button as well, and share this video to someone you believe would find value in it. Also, if you're not already on my WhatsApp channel, you find the link to join the WhatsApp channel in the description and pinned comment. That's where I share breaking market updates, investment insights, and most importantly, stories like this before they become full videos. Until next time, my colleagues, you want to stay sharp, stay safe, and invest wisely. They will.